Mr. Smith, obviously, over the years on this show, I have taken a lot of flack for questioning LeBron's clutch gene,
oh boy,
if you will. His late game, last shot intangibles, if you will. So, I would say this poll makes my case because 68% of GMs polled say LeBron will be this year's MVP. Got no problem with that. I would agree. You might not. We'll talk about that at another hour. But also in this poll, 77% of these GMs say they would want Kevin Durant and not LeBron James taking their last shot. LeBron finishing, as you point out, a distant second at only 7.7%.
Or 8% if we round
8% if we want to round up.
Sure.
Tied with the great Kobe Bryant, who's coming off all sorts of injuries, and we're not even sure if Kobe will be Kobe in his 19th season. So that part, the Kobe part's predictable. But these two stats make my case, I would say, that the GMs are with me on this. They're not trusting LeBron James to take their last shot, even though they're saying he is still the best player in the game. Interesting.
So what are we saying? I mean, you know,
I'm just saying what I said.
That LeBron James, they wouldn't trust LeBron James. Is that is?
Yeah. They want Kevin Durant taking the last shot.
Well, who the hell would want LeBron James shooting ahead of Kevin Durant?
Well, I don't know.
For the last shot. Nobody. LeBron. Listen. LeBron never claimed to be a shooter. LeBron James is the best player in the world because of the totality of the game that he brings to the table.
He could
drive
the basketball, right?
Listen, he can drive, he can handle, he can shoot it well enough from the perimeter. He can get to the hole at will. He defends, he rebounds, he blocks shots. He does it all. That is why LeBron James is the greatest player in the world. Nobody has ever. LeBron James has ever, as many times as you sat up here and said LeBron James needs to be in the dunk contest. Has anybody here ever said LeBron James should enter the three-point shooting contest? No. Okay. Nobody's thinking about that.
Wait a second. The last shot doesn't have to be a 30-footer. It can be a 3-footer. It could be a dunk.
But what I'm
it could
saying
be a free throw.
That's right. It could be a free throw. It could be all of those different things. But you know, when we're talking about the last shot, we're thinking about dudes who can shoot, who can put the ball in the hole. So when you think about guys like that, Melo's up there. Kevin Durant's up there.
Agree.
Kobe's up there. These fools that got Kobe at around 7%, it's because they don't know basketball.
It's the same ones who put him at 40.
Kobe Bryant is a shooter now. Kobe Bryant has been a shooter for years. In terms of his perimeter game, what he brings to the table from the perimeter, that's why. You know who I'm going to pick number one? Steph Curry. That's who I'm thinking about.
For the last shot?
Steph Curry.
I know he makes lots of shots.
I'm going to tell you. Listen, Steph Curry is such a lethal marksman that the minute he steps past half court in a clutch situation, you're petrified.
But I think you're confusing this poll, this category, with who's the best shooter in the game. That's not the question.
But see, what I'm saying,
you want taking the last shot.
I want
the last shot could be a drive.
It's not a confusion. I want the best shooter to take the last shot. I want the best shooter to take the last shot.
Even if it's a 25-footer.
Because, Skip, I want the best shooter to take the last shot. You know why? Because the best shooter, you can't foul him. Okay? You can't touch him. You got to put a hand in his face. You got to hope, because it's money from the free throw line. It's probably money from the perimeter. It's like Fright Night. Somebody who is a marksman, who is in front of your face with the game on the line, is the scariest dude in the world. Skip, you could be a locomotive, but if you got to go to the hole for your money shot, I want to defend you. I'm not scared. Put a body in front of you. I could draw an offensive foul. I can contest it, put a hand in your face. I can do a lot of things if you can't shoot. But when you could sit there and you're just butter from 19, 21, 23 feet and beyond, I'm petrified. And you shoot 90% from the free throw line. I'm petrified. The best shooter is the guy that I want taking that last shot.
You know what I'm talking about?
What are you talking about?
Who has the biggest clutch gene? I'm talking about if your life is on the line, who do you want pulling that trigger for you? And again, I'm not even sure I want Kevin Durant taking that shot.
Who do you want?
And again, just quickly on Kevin Durant, we know, and I'm not going to beat this dead horse again, but 2 playoffs ago when he was by himself, no Russell Westbrook, against the Grizzlies.
Yes.
But he went 4 straight games, late and close.
One series.
He stunk it up.
He didn't stick it up
last year. What timeout?
Go.
The shot of the year in the NBA. As far as the Oklahoma City Thunder were concerned, what happened in overtime? Game 6, San Antonio at Oklahoma City. You remember this? Kevin Durant had the shot of the night. It's 110, 107 Spurs at that point. 17 seconds left, and he missed it from the left wing. Did he not miss it? He missed it.
Bayless.
Wait a second.
Go on.
Who made the shot of the night that night? Who made the shot that took that game into overtime? Who made the shot?
We
27
don't know.
seconds left in regulation. Manu Ginobili made the biggest three of the NBA season. He took that game into overtime. Do you remember that shot? It was huge. You know who I want taking my last shot right here, right now? Manu Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili?
If it's for the championship, I want Ginobili taking it, because when it's time, when they're in trouble against Steph Curry and company two playoffs ago, remember that shot?
No disrespect, because I can't sniff at Manu Ginobili. He's big time in the clutch. I know that. You ain't wrong about bringing up his name, but I'm saying to you, when you look at a pure shooter like a Steph Curry, I want the ball in this man's hands at money time. I'm sorry. When I look at all of these guys, and obviously you think about Kobe, and I believe in Melo too, by the way. You know, but Skip, the greatest of them all, Michael Jordan, the GOAT himself. Remember that commercial?
I know.
He driving to the United Center, and then you hear his voiceover, and you hear him chronicling how, you know what, all of these times I have failed, and then it goes black. That is why I succeed. There is nobody that makes every shot, every clutch shot, etc. But if I had to bet my money who's going to deliver for me a majority of the time, I'm sorry.
Are we talking regular season or playoffs?
It don't matter. I'm telling you right now, when it comes to shooting the rock, I pick nobody in the NBA right now ahead of Steph Curry.